St Kilda, incidentally, by virtue of its games won last year, that figure being less than 6, has the priority round. It also has the first selection in round 1. So to get the 2000 draft underway, let's return to Wayne Jackson.
Thank you, Sandy. Selection 1, St Kilda Football Club.
5483, Nick Riewoldt, Southport.
Well, the wait is over for Nick Riewoldt. The St Kilda supporters will see a young Carl Ditteridge emerge. The shock of blonde hair, the athleticism. He's a terrific player across half forward. He's had a dream year, played in the premiership side with Southport this year, made All-Australian at the National Under-18s. He's a real talent. Nick Riewoldt becomes a saint. Just look at the size of the guy. He's around the 193, which is 6'4" in the old language, Sandy. The right size. He can play in other positions too. I think he's got the athleticism of James Hird too. He's got speed, endurance and spring, which is a wonderful combination to have. Whether he can unfold to be a player of the quality of a Hird, time will tell.
Number 1 pick, Nick Riewoldt.
Selection 2, St Kilda Football Club.
5376, Justin Kosicki, Murray Bushrangers.
Well, the Saints said in the finish it was going to be a flip of the coin as to which one went at 1 and which at 2. The closest thing I can relate to Justin is a Sticks Kernahan. He's a centre-half forward with a good body size. He takes important marks and kicks important goals for his side. Comes from a country town near Albury and has been a terrific player for the Murray Bushrangers, and also a very important player when New South Wales ACT won the Division 2 of the National Championships. A wonderful prospective talent.
So if the Danner has put Ungary on the map, it looks as though this young man could put Brocklesby on the map. Let's go to Anthony Hudson. Hutto, you've got new St Kilda coach Malcolm Blight with you.
Good afternoon, Sandy. Yes, Malcolm, well, here you are coaching again. Do you know much about the 2 young lads that you've picked up?
Yeah, it's been a steep learning curve for me over the last few weeks, but yeah, both the lads are very, very good players. That's where they're probably the top 6 or 7 kids, you know, fantastic talent.
Now, you spent last year sunning yourself on the Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast and the odd appearance on the couch. What made you come back?
Oh, I think it's a game called footy that just gets in your blood, I think, and I'm one of those victims like a lot around this room, I'd suggest.
And you made a few changes, a fair clean out at St Kilda, and you've also picked up some pretty handy players in the trading.
Yeah, it was a busy period for Brian and the football department at the club, and yeah, look, I think in the circumstances St Kilda's been through, it was much needed. It's happened, so now we can just knuckle down and play some good footy, hopefully. What
sort of expectations do you have of the team, given that you have got some young kids today, plus the experience of guys like Hamill, Capuano and so forth?
Well, the experience is, I would suggest that if you're not aiming for the 8, you may as well not turn up. So, you know, obviously everyone at St Kilda will be working towards that to try and get a berth in September.
What are you going to say to the young kids, and I guess when you turn up and training really gets underway from now on?
Oh, I've got a general rule that providing there's 4 sticks at either end of the ground, I'll just point him in one direction and say kick it that way.
Haven't changed, have you, Malcolm? Thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Thanks, Anthony.
Back to you, Sandy.
Yeah, thank you, Hutto. No, he certainly hasn't changed at all. But joining me, the number 1 and 2 picks here at the moment, Nick Riewoldt and Justin Kosicki. Guys, congratulations to you both. I looked at you on the monitors when the announcements were made, and it was a flood of relief. Kevin Sheehan mentioned a guy called Carl Ditteridge who could play with St Kilda and also the Melbourne Footy Club. Do you happen to know Carl Ditteridge at all? Do you know the name?
No, I've heard of Carl Ditteridge. I've actually got a good friend up on the Gold Coast whose father played with Melbourne, Robert Walters, and I've been around there a few times and seen the photos of him up on the wall. So, but yeah, but that's about as much as I know of Carl Ditteridge. Yeah.
Kip?
Nick, I suppose the question, why leave the Gold Coast to come to Melbourne?
Oh, I can't think of anything better to do than coming to Melbourne to play AFL football and get an opportunity to do so. Yeah, the Gold Coast, it's a great lifestyle up there, but it's going to be hard to leave. But no, I'm really looking forward to getting down here and getting stuck into it.
And the influences up there in Queensland, this is a tremendous moment for Queensland footy, the State League, which is still emerging. There must have been people up there that have helped you through your footy, Nick.
Oh, definitely. They've got a good concept up there with the Queensland State Under-18, which sort of is a replica of the TAC Cup down here. And with the concept up there, there's been a lot of people that have helped me. Andrew Taylor, former Brisbane Bear, and Mark Browning, the state coach of the Under-18s. It's really helped with my development.
And Nick, Kevin asked why leave Queensland and come down here. Justin, why leave Brocklesby?
Oh, I don't really know, because I haven't got an AFL club out there, I suppose. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. can't wait to just get down here and get into it. It's going to be hard leaving home, but just something you got to do, I think.
You're a farm boy?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a far cry from going around an ever-decreasing circle on a tractor, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it sure is. Something different. A lot of people around here and a lot busier.
Tell me about training up there, because I believe each week, and we're just having a look at you in action now, you had to travel enormous kilometres every week.
Yeah, probably spent 600 k's a week on the road, and yeah, it was a huge year, but it's all paid off now, and it's all for the best, I think.
It's going to be very different, isn't it? You probably have a flat just round the corner from Moorabbin, and you can probably drop
that's
under you
right,
there.
Yeah, it'll be totally different being so close to it, and yeah, instead of getting in a car to travelling out to go to training. Yeah.
So the prospective job of being a stock and station agent, that's going to be put on hold for a while, is it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, this might occupy me for a while, I hope.
Guys, well done. I know it's a flood of relief. Good luck in your careers.
Thank you.
Nick Riewoldt and also Justin Kosecki. Picks 1 and 2 in this year's draft.